Hi and welcome back to my breastfeeding support channel, Kindness Milk. I'm Regina, I'm a lactation consultant and a mum of 5. As you can see, I have my youngest son Daniel with me here in the baby carrier. He's asleep. I am currently in a very busy season of motherhood, and I'm also doing a little bit of breastfeeding support, private lactation consultations alongside being a mom. So it is a very busy season, but my goal is still to film one breastfeeding support video for my channel per month. And today I would like to talk about triple feeding. Triple feeding is a treatment method used to increase breast milk supply in the breastfeeding person and to ensure adequate nutrition and weight gain in the infant. Triple feeding may become necessary when there is insufficient milk transfer at the breast through direct breastfeeding, and this may be due to latching difficulties or lack of breast stimulation, low milk supply, or medical reasons such as prematurity. The goal is a temporary intervention, as triple feeding can be very exhausting and demanding on the breastfeeding parent, and it's usually not sustainable long term. So the goal is to establish direct breastfeeding, get back to direct breastfeeding, or where this is not possible, to maximize breast milk production. It is called triple feeding because the breastfeeding person will do 3 things approximately every 3 hours. The 3 things are, first of all, direct breastfeeding, then secondly, offering the supplement. This is ideally express breast milk, but where this is not available, it can be donor milk or formula. And the top-up amount varies from baby to baby. It should be calculated in collaboration with your healthcare provider based on the evidence of milk intake at the breast, weight development of your baby, and overall health status. The third component is double pumping, so pumping both breasts, ideally with a hospital-grade rental pump, using techniques such as hands-on pumping to maximize milk output. Feeding your baby so that your baby is getting enough milk to gain weight appropriately, and also start having enough energy and stamina and strength to feed effectively from the breast. Protecting breastfeeding and milk production through additional stimulation, typically from a hospital grade pump, and continuing to put the baby to the breast so that the baby doesn't forget how to breastfeed and has opportunity to continue practicing breastfeeding, especially latching and adequate milk transfer. Depending on the quality of the baby's latch, so if the baby can latch well, for example, but it is a supply issue, then it would be good to consider for baby to receive the supplement at the breast using a supplemental nursing system or feeding tube, so that the breast is further stimulated and the baby associates feeding and filling his or her stomach with being at the breast. This of course depends on the baby's medical condition as well. Ideally, the whole feeding cycle of direct breastfeeding, supplementing and pumping, or pumping and supplementing, shouldn't last longer than 1 hour, so that mom and baby have time to rest in between. If the baby shows you hunger cues before the 3 hours are up, it is usually okay to put the baby back to the breast following the baby's early feeding cues. If the supplement is not given directly at the breast through supplemental nursing system, and you're using a cup or pace bottle feeding, then it is good to consider having your support person give the baby the supplements so you can focus on pumping. My little man has decided to wake up and comment on the video in his own way. So he may be due a feed soon himself. So let's quickly chat about when you're direct breastfeeding, what you should look out for, especially when you're triple feeding. So unlike when you're demand feeding and baby is breastfeeding effectively and draining the breast well, when you're triple feeding, it's very important to watch for nutritive sucking and milk transfer. So nutritive sucks and audible swallows. When your baby is moving to less effective non-nutritive sucking, this would be the time to take them off the breast and offer the supplement so that you know baby is receiving milk and you can focus on more effective breast stimulation through pumping. Before you take your baby off the breast, you can always try to add breast compressions or switch feeding to see if that changes baby's sucking pattern to more nutritive sucking again. Babies usually change to non-nutritive sucking either if they don't receive any more letdown and milk flow, so if there is a low supply, or if they have tired at the breast because they no longer have the energy to actively drink, or if there is latching difficulties, that the latch is just suboptimal and baby is not creating the vacuum for effective milk transfer. If you have a support person present, you can move straight to double pumping after breastfeeding and let the support person give the baby the top up, and you can focus on pumping. It is important to complete the set pumping time that you've agreed with your lactation consultant or healthcare professional, which is usually 15 to 20 minutes double pumping. Even if there's no more milk flow, the pumping time will ensure that you have adequate stimulation, and the more you stimulate your breast on the principle of supply and demand, the more milk that is being removed, the more milk you're going to make. If you don't have a support person to help you out, then feed the baby so that the baby then is content and settling, and then you can focus on pumping. And this little man is probably getting hungry as well. In time, as breast milk production is increasing, your baby gets more practice at breastfeeding and becomes a more efficient breastfeeder, you can hopefully start decreasing supplements. Some babies transition back to breastfeeding sooner than others, and other babies require a supplement 1 or 2 per day long term. But using the triple feeding intervention may give you and your baby the best chance of maximizing breast milk production and maximizing the breast milk intake at the breast when breastfeeding isn't going as expected. Sometimes things don't go as expected and we have to adapt and improvise, just like me and Daniel in this video here. He has woken up and he's hungry, and he's latched onto the breast. So I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know if you have triple feeding experience and what your triple feeding experience was. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.